Alright, welcome to a special robot adventures video. Kanpai. Refreshing. So, today I thought I'd share with you and reshare with you and try to push you in the direction of making yourself more well-rounded. Um, so I can't. I ride the bus and the train to work, and I can't read. I get motion sickness, so I always listen to audiobooks. And I've been listening to audiobooks for years and years and years. Um, and I've been saying this for years and years. But yeah, recently one of my YouTube uh, friends, I would say, man, he always comments, is Samuel Trejo, 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 Samuel Trejo. I'm gonna go with a Spanish pronunciation, but could be something else. Um, yeah, lots of books and stuff, and I think books are important. So yeah, I wanted to go over where or what books I like, and of course, I like robots. And if you like robots, then you like science fiction or science or a combination of those, and fantasy and stuff like that. So, a couple of years ago, um, I went through the top, quote unquote, best 100 sci-fi books, and they're, what is the best sci-fi book, and how do you determine that? And there are many different awards. Look at some of these. This is on Audible. Look, they're award winners. So here's the Hugo Awards, and here are the Nebula Awards, and Britain, Arthur C. Clarke. Okay, so there are some awards, right? Like, okay, well, so maybe I should get the best of the, what most of the people like or think is the best. Um, and there is some crossover here. So here, this one, uh, the the Stone, was it the Broken Earth series, is in both of these. So, well, we'll get into that in a second here. I should probably make a script for this stuff, but that's not how. I kind of have an idea of what I want to talk about. And so it's like, okay, so I want to get the best Hugo Award. I want to look at the Hugo Award winners, and I can click on that. I don't know what's going to show up here. Okay, so the Stone Sky, uh, Jimison. Uh, she's a lady, and wow, so look at that. Oh, so it's probably one of the best. Oh, here's another one by her. It's a trilogy. Uh, the Obelisk Gate, and the Stone Sky, and the fifth season, I think. Oh, here's the fifth season. It's like, oh, okay, so that won some awards, I guess. So, what else won awards? Let's go check. And here, this is the wiki for the Hugo Awards, and you can see the awards and the past award winners here on the Hugo webpage. But it's like such an old ass webpage, and they just do it like this. But if you go through the wiki, then you can see, um, you know, all of the award winners from 1953. And it's like, oh, okay, so that was probably 1953. What was the best science fiction book? 1953, The Demolition Man. Oh, a Demolished Man. Oh, maybe it's different, but here's Demolition Man. uh, and a lot of other big titles. Oh, here's the End of Eternity. Isaac Asimov. There's a yeah. And let's scroll down here. Look at some of the other winners, some of the big names that become movies. Starship Troopers. Remember that? 1960. Now, you think you think recycling the Lion King? Oh, we got to get the Lion King back. That one's we're gonna reuse that story. It's like okay, that was what 25 years ago. That was no, they're pulling out movies from the 60s. They haven't thought of some good stuff. So the Hollywood is making movies based on these books that are old, or it's still an interesting story, but they were written a long ass time ago. What are people writing now? You know, there are still writers, good writers, not where you find this stuff. But what's on TV now with the just like look at my ass and all this shit? You got stupidity being, or the lack of knowledge causing stupidity. People are like, oh, I don't read, I can't read. Fucking educating yourself is better than not. All right, and we got a lot of famous names here. I like Harry Harrison, and with boom, Soylent Green. Hmm, that was a big one. And Death World. It was nominated. I like Death World. I like his style because he's it's campy. It's like you got the laser pistol, and what they don't know is that I know how to use a laser pistol. Here's and this is what I wanted to show. Philip K. Dick, 1963, The Man in the High Castle. Now it's a Amazon original series, 1963. This stuff has been around forever. Dune, right there. I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that one. So there are lots of and then they're just going here, just oh, where's a lot of 60s, 70s stuff I haven't gotten to yet. I've gotten through some of it. Here's this Foundation Days. Uh, from going through some of the top 100. Orson Scott Card. Ender's Game 86. Oh, this is Hyperion. That one's a trilogy. Oh, that's I think 5 series book. Um, and some kind of like what? That was a. It's a sci-fi and fantasy and stuff. And hey, look what's kicking in here. What's this? Harry Potter and the Prisoner. Oh, we got the Goblet of Fire, 2001. J.K. Rowling. She won it. So yeah, they got some happy happies in there. It's like oh okay. And right now I'm up to around here. The Graveyard Book, I really liked it. Um, I'm going back from the most recent, the newest winners, and going back. So let's take a look here. Oh, this one, I haven't gotten through this trilogy yet, but Scalzi, I mentioned in my last one of my other videos. Nice, kind of funny stuff. Um, and here's the Jimison. She's a lady, and look at this. 3 years in a row. Boom, boom, boom. The whole trilogy, fifth season, Obelisk Gate, and Stone Sky won it, and she's the only one to do that. Um, the third body problem, the three body problem. It's a good trilogy. It's a nice trilogy, but it spans such a long time. So here we got the three body problem here, and then the next one was I forgot what and then Descend. Here was Descend, And I forgot. There was another one. This was the third one, I think. But yeah. So this is where you get to, find out who are the newest, best authors according to awards. I mean, you can go by word of mouth. It's like, oh no, I like so and so, and yeah, you can go also to the other awards, and you know, here's Amazon, the Master of Zombieverse. I don't like zombies. Zombies are very, very stupid. I don't understand the science of zombies because, um, yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, they don't do anything, they don't eat, but they can. And the whole walk slow and then go fast and walk slow and then conserve energy for what? They don't even have a stomach. Or how are you putting things into your mouth with you like absorbing it through your skin? It's dumb. Yeah, zombies don't make any kind of sense. Um, so it's just like, zombies. I'm like, okay, whatever, fucking zombies. All right, so you're like, okay, so there are books, and I want to get into books and know about books, but I don't have time to read. Well, that's why you get the audiobooks. And you're like, okay, well, I get some audiobooks. But you have to, pay some money for the audiobooks. Like, oh, well, that's a little bit pricey. I don't know if I want to. Oh, Wheel of Time. That was a great series. Long ass fucking series. Brandon Sanderson right there with Robert Jordan. He died, passed away, and then his buddy helped finish the books. And it was a good ending. It was nice. I liked it. Um, so you're like, okay, so I don't have a lot of money to pay for these books to go through Amazon and all this stuff. What can I do? Well, that's where. Look here. Oh, back in the '60s, all these books have gone into the public domain. A lot of these books. So, like, oh, okay, I want free public domain audiobooks. Okay, well then go over here to LibriVox.org and you can go, oh, I want to read some of these books. Or listen, you want to listen. Look at the category here. And it's like, oh, there are a bunch of books. Well, let me go back one. And go back. Did it go back? No, it's not going back. Oh, let's go here. Okay, and look, here's some bunch of the latest audiobook releases. 1888 to 1937. A lot of these old books, read by the short story collections, read by people, and some of the audio quality is pretty good. Some of it's meh, but it's all free. So you can go into the genre and then sci-fi because smart people like sci-fi. Stupid people like sci-fi too, Ruben. Where's sci-fi? Science, sports fiction. Oh, where's science fiction? I don't know. Is it fiction, science? Oh, here it is. Horror, supernatural. I don't like that. Horror. It's like, oh, okay, well, we'll let that load. And is there somewhere? Oh, here's a bunch of stories that are now in the. Oh, there's Kurt Vonnegut, and where did we see that name? Look at so many of his stories. And they're right there. Boom. Nominated for best sci-fi books. And oh no, where was that? Over here, Liverbox. So a lot of his books are on here. A lot of his. Here's Frank Hubbard. Oh, also, uh, oh, where is he? Right here goes Frank Herbert, right? Dune. Lots of his books can be on there. And yeah, Philip K. Dick, the guy who brought you huge hits like Total Recall. Um, well, let's just go through his work here. And yeah, he's just a really nice um, writer. Adaptations, films. Um, but Minority Report. Oh, Hugo Award, Nebula Awards. Oh, no. Um, Scanner Darkly. That was with Iron Man and Neo. Lots of movies based on his stuff. A Blade Runner was one of Philip K. Dick's stuff. So you go through here, you find a bunch of free audiobooks. Oh, that's good. That's cool. And these are, well established, award winning authors. Like, okay, Liverbox, I can listen to a lot of classics. All for free. And it's like, well, what else can I do, Reuben? Mm-hmm. Well, you can go over here to this other place. Scribble, no E, .com. And what is this? These are books, audiobooks, many times, or just regular books, written by people and uploaded, and then the crowd priced. If it's a good book, many people want to buy it, then it gets maybe more. The price increases, but these are also audiobooks. And one of my favorite authors, Scott Sigler, is a award-winning New York Times bestseller. He's got a lot of books on here, and all for free. And yeah, this the GFL rookie stuff. That's a nice series. He just came out with the new one, the latest one, this month, at the beginning of the month, I think. So lots of and good audio quality on these. Um, read well. Yeah. So, my to be read or to be listened to um, books coming out. So I started listening to New York 4110, and it's about climate change and flooding in a flooded New York. Water levels rise, and but it's kind of I'm also listening to his Mars trilogy. So right now I'm listening to his Mars trilogy. Oh, there it is. Best known for his Mars trilogy. Okay, so that's what I'm listening to now. And Providence is this Anne Lakey. She also won, I think, a couple years. There she won. She won. She's got another trilogy, and I want to finish up this trilogy. I started on this one, but I was like, and so I'm gonna get back to her. So she's someone I'm gonna get back to listening to. John. Oh, let me tell you the ones I've already gone through. So I've last year's the 2018 The Stone Sky, finished that. Obelisk Gate, finished that, and the fifth season, finished that. That trilogy was interesting. Um, I don't know if you want spoilers. Um, it was all right. It was good. It just kind of it's kind of long. It's a trilogy, but the concepts are okay. There's a little bit of magic and stuff like that. So and science. Well, not so much science, more like magic and space stuff. There was science before, and then it got screwed up, and now there's kind of magic and stuff. So yeah, it was a good, and it won three in a row. So that was pretty good series. I won't spoil it, but and I finished the Three Body Problem trilogy, and that was good. But like I said, it was really long. Wheel of Time series really, it took probably a year to listen to that. If you just listen to one book after 14 books, so that was a long ass fucking series. And the Red Shirts, as you know, Red Shirts is the Star Trek Red Shirt stuff, and it's kind of a spoof and a play on that and how it's like what, and people are self-aware and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice. It's a fun book. It's a fun book. Um, if you like Star Trek, if you like that, or if you just like science fiction. um, I finished that one, among others. Yeah, I think I don't remember if I finished it. It's kind of a fantasy thing. It was okay, but I want more robots. I don't want robots. And that's where I'm at. So I've finished a lot. Oh, and the Graveyard Book. I finished that one too. Recent. That was the most recent one I finished. This is a nice story, and I think it sets up a really nice universe that could um, um, be developed from that book. But it's been 2009. It's been 10 years, and I don't think there's anything going on after that. So don't read that. But yeah. So next, um, oh yeah, Blackout and All Clear. That's like a World War movie book with sci-fi. I haven't read that. I haven't seen that. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. My to be um, listened to. I got the ancillary series and the I want to listen to the Collapsing Empire and what's the oh yeah, and the Mars trilogy. So right now I'm on the first book of the Mars trilogy. So yeah, and then look at these. Oh, Calculating the Stars. Oh, that's the new one. That one's from this lady. Oh, and Puppeteer. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, that looks like the um kind of cool one. And those are on Amazon, I think. Yeah, here he goes. Boom, right there. So yeah. All right. So I hope that helped you out. Lots of this is a science fiction football game with aliens. The Rookie. Um, Scott Sigler. Lots of other books. You can just do the filter and find a bunch of other books on there. Um, Liverbox, the classics. Checking all that old stuff out. Where the Hollywood is getting its material from. Well, go check out the classics. And yeah, and you can check out the awards. And, oh, that seems kind of interesting. Once you find another author, maybe go look at some of his other stuff. So okay. So Brandon Sanderson, he's got a lot of nice books. Um, So yeah, you like his writing in this one, and Steelheart. That was about superheroes. Um, it was a pretty good book. It was like, oh, that's a nice book, and I think maybe you can get Steelheart on maybe one of these platforms, Scribble or Liverbox. I'm not sure, but yeah. Oh, there's Firefight. Okay, and Calamity. Not too old, kind of up to date. Oh, Mistborn series. Yeah, that was a nice magical series. So if you like, and that's I think 5 books. So yeah, and the Evil Librarians. I was also listening to that one too. That series. It's kind of like for kids and stuff. But yeah, it's fun, like young adults. All right. That's usually what I listen to. I don't. Um, I don't read comic books that much, and by that much I mean I don't think I've seen a comic book in or manga uh, in years. So yeah, I'm not really caught up to with that. I like the science fiction books. So okay, guys, I think that was a long adventure, and yeah, check out all the awards. See which what kind of you know interests you, and maybe become a little bit more knowledgeable about stuff. Don't be some kind of ignorant uh, uninformed, like, what's going on. Oh, I saw this video that some girl shook her ass and that was the thing I like. Okay, well, okay. There are a whole bunch of asses in the world, and yeah, some people are gonna shake their ass long after you're dead, and yeah. Kind of got dark there. Yeah, so maybe have something informed to say instead of like, I don't know, butt shaking. I don't know. I like butts. Yeah. Okay, that's nice, but it's like, oh, okay. Maybe a lot of these books, and the great thing about these books is that they give you perspectives that maybe you weren't thinking about. It's like, oh, okay, so in this situation where there's a super huge alien, and then I have to channel my energy through the field of something something. Then how would I do that with in the relationship with the city and the government and stuff like that? It's like, oh, that's you're maneuvering different characters into positions and seeing the relationship between these things and seeing if it works out or if it doesn't. And, if it's interesting, then it'll be a good book. But um, if it's not, then it's maybe not going to get published. But um, seeing a bunch of how these characters play against each other, and it's like, oh, that guy's trying to set up a situation where he's going to fuck over this other person. Understanding those situations allows you to understand the relationships around you. You're like, oh, if this politician is setting up some, using these, you know, um, talking points to try to manipulate the opinion of others and stuff like that. So, oh, okay, I can see through you because I've already seen this story. I've already read this story. I know how this story goes. And it goes with this politician's full of shit. Don't believe them because they're full of shit. All right, so. All right, guys. I don't know how long that was, but anyway, talk to you guys later. Leave your comments. Let me know what books you're into right now. Like I said, I don't know manga or something like that. So, but if you've read any of these, if you have a favorite author, um, yeah, who are some of your so yeah, if you go through Livervox and Harry Harrison, um, It's just so campy and cheesy. It's like, and my platinum ray gun and stuff like that. And that's where they got all the fucking shit from. Like, they wrote this stuff back in the 50s. Star Trek and all these other people, the kids growing up on writing for Star Trek probably read these old ass, campy books. It's like pew 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 pew. So yeah, that's where you get all the the lasers and all this stuff like that. So it's fun to know about that. I think. Okay, okay, yeah, that's it. That's enough. I'll talk to you guys later. Come by, bye bye.